Hey everyone, it's Norm here from International Motor Cars, and today I'm doing a video for you guys on 5 reasons why I'd buy a Fiat Abarth. Now, I was inspired to do this video for a number of reasons. The first which being, when we got this car in the other day, I actually took it for a little bit of a drive before it was brought in and cleaned, and I was actually super impressed. We've sold a number of these, I've driven a number of these before, but for some reason I was just kind of put back in my place on how cool of a car this is in a lot of different ways, especially factoring how much money they cost. The 5th reason I'd buy a Fiat Abarth is quite simply the price. You can actually buy one of these cars, a 2012 or 2013, for, you probably find one under $10,000, especially if you look for something with a little bit higher mileage and maybe not like a mint one, which is an incredible value for what you're actually buying. Even a super clean car like this is a 2015, low mileage, in perfect condition. This car was sold for $15,800. which again, when you think about it, is an absolute bargain for a sporty, fun, newer model car that's got some pep and a little bit of a cool factor to it. And again, if you were even looking to finance one, 10 or 15 grand finance today, like you can finance this for like a couple $100 a month, if that. So that's reason number 5 why I'd buy a Fiat Abarth, is the price and value. Reason number 4 I'd buy this car is the tunability of this motor. There's a number of Fiat, and especially Fiat 500 Abarth tuning companies online that sell performance parts for this motor. There's all sorts of Garrett turbo upgrades, intakes, exhausts, intercoolers, suspension, and handling parts that are actually relatively very affordable for the amount of power gain. So for about, let's say $5,000, if you wanted to dump that into the motor and maybe do a little bit of suspension work, you can have one of these cars with almost 300 horsepower. So pretty much doubling the factory numbers. And I will tell you, we actually had one that was a fully built, fully modified car with upgraded turbo, intake, exhaust, all the supporting stuff. And I drove that car. It is absolutely bonkers, especially again considering you're only buying a car for 10 or 15 grand and putting a little bit into it. So reason number 4 is the tunability of this motor right here. Reason number 3 I'd buy a Fiat Abarth. Quite simply, it's the resale and desirability on the market. We've sold a number of these cars over the years, and generally speaking, when we put them online, they sell in a matter of days. So this particular one that I'm sat in, we actually sold yesterday, put it online. It was one day and it sold. So they do have quite a bit of a following, which is nice that, if you do buy one of these and you either don't like it or you did want to upgrade to something else, or, life changes and you just need to sell it for whatever reason, it's not a car that's going to sit and, you got to wait and find a buyer. There will be a buyer for it right away, which makes it a great car even just to try out for 3 or 6 months and see what it's all about. So desirability and resale is reason number 3 why I'd buy a Fiat Abarth. Reason number 2 I'd buy a Fiat Abarth. Quite simply, it's the ride, handling, and performance of this car. This car does 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in about 6.3 or 6.4 seconds. I mean, again, not super impressive compared to some of the cars we sell and carry here, but for a car that you can buy out the door for like 10 grand, or like I said, a really new one for 15 grand, super impressive performance numbers. And again, this car, especially one that's maybe been lowered a little bit, they absolutely handle like go-karts. You can throw them around a corner like nothing, and it's a very fun, very engaging car to drive. Now, when I'd planned to do this video, I actually had planned to take this car out and drive it so you guys could get some in-car footage of what it is like driving it and see a little bit of the performance for yourself. Unfortunately, this car, like I mentioned, did sell yesterday on the first day of list, so I won't be driving it, but I will maybe in the future do another video with a Fiat Abarth. So the performance, ride, and handling is reason number 2 why I'd buy a Fiat Abarth. Number 1 reason I'd buy a Fiat Abarth is right here. On the 5 reasons I'd buy a Fiat Abarth. If you haven't already, click that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tell me in the comments below all the things you love or hate about Fiat Abarths. Don't forget, here at International Motor Cars, we've got an extremely neat, wide variety of all sorts of cool, unique inventory. We're always looking to shoot new videos with cool cars, doing all sorts of different things with them. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and tell me in the comments also, what do you want to see us do in the future? I mean, I'm down to do pretty much anything for you guys. And with that said, I'm actually going to be running over a car with a monster truck next.